The moment the human named Aaron stepped onto the shining platform of the celestial court, he felt like he had walked into the center of a dream. The hall around him was carved from crystal that glowed with soft blue light. Countless banners of alien houses hung high above. Beings from 100 worlds filled the balconies, whispering among themselves as they waited for the announcement that had brought the galaxies. Attention to this grand arena. Arin kept his posture steady. He had not asked for any of this. He had been a simple pilot from a quiet colony world, but fate had a strange way of choosing unexpected people. Now he stood in the middle of a royal hall on a world made of silver mountains and floating lakes. And the eyes of the galaxy were on him. At the far end of the hall, a path opened between columns, shaped like spirals of glass. A procession of shimmering guards stepped aside. In their center walked the alien princess. Her name was Leora, a quiet and wise leader, known for her calm spirit. She had violet eyes that glowed like twin moons and long silver hair braided with threads of light. Her people believed she had been born under a rare cosmic alignment, giving her a destiny tied to peace among worlds. Arin had seen her only once before, but that single meeting had changed the direction of his life. He had saved her from a malfunctioning transport vessel during a routine supply run. His small ship had caught the explosion of her damaged craft. Without thinking about danger, he had pulled her to safety. The galaxy had been shocked that a human from an unremarkable world could pull off such a rescue. Now, the princess walked toward him with steady steps. When she reached the center of the hall, she stopped. Her expression calm, but her voice clear and strong. She made her vow before the celestial court. If the human Aaron defeats my champion, I shall honor the vow of union. I shall choose him as my partner and grant his world a place of high respect among the stars. The entire hall erupted with murmurs. Aaron felt heat rise to his face. He had never asked for such a promise. He admired the princess, yes, but he did not expect this. Everyone in the galaxy knew that the princess's champion was famous for unmatched skill. The duel was not meant to harm anyone. It was a ceremonial test of courage and heart. But the challenge still demanded strength, focus, and spirit. Aaron lowered his head politely. He could not back down. It would insult her culture and break the honor of the court. The moment he nodded, the hall filled with bright lights as the champion entered. The champion's name was Ral. He was tall, covered in sleek silver armor that shimmered under the crystal lights. Although intimidating, his eyes held no cruelty. He respected tradition and fought only for the honor of the princess. Aaron felt no hate toward him. In fact, he admired the champion's calm warrior's presence. The ceremonial arena was activated. The floor shifted into a smooth circle surrounded by rising barriers of transparent energy. Spectators leaned forward from their seats. The duel was not a battle of destruction, but a test of skill. Energy staffs glowed to life as the weapons of choice. Aaron took his staff with both hands. It was lighter than he expected. He took one breath to calm his racing heart. The champion raised his own staff in greeting. The princess watched from the royal balcony. The duel began with a gentle chime. Ral moved first. His swing was precise and smooth, testing Aaron rather than overwhelming him. Aaron stepped back and blocked the strike. The vibration traveled up his arms, but he stayed steady. Ral nodded slightly as if approving his balance. Aaron circled around him, searching for an opening. Though he had trained with local martial instructors on his colony, nothing prepared him for a warrior who moved with the grace of flowing light. Ral's steps were soundless. His motions carried centuries of tradition. Aaron felt like a beginner before him, but humans had something no training could teach. They improvised. They adapted. They pushed forward even when the odds were uneven. Aaron waited for a small gap, then shifted his weight to make an unexpected move. Instead of countering like a trained fighter, he bent low, swept his foot lightly, and used the momentum to twist his staff upward from below. The champion was caught off guard. The strike did not harm him, but tapped the edge of his armor, marking a point for Aaron. The hall filled with surprised murmurs. The princess leaned forward slightly. Ral smiled for the first time. It was rare for him to be touched in a ceremonial duel. He shifted stance, his movements becoming sharper, yet still respectful. The next exchange happened faster. Bright arcs of energy crossed the air. Aaron blocked a high strike, rolled aside, and felt the energy hum against the floor. He countered with a forward thrust. Ral deflected it, but stumbled half a step. Aaron pushed forward, knowing hesitation could cost him the match. Humans did not rely on perfect form. They relied on heart. They relied on stubbornness. They relied on the instinct to protect. Another swift combination followed. Aaron leaped back as Ral advanced. He raised his staff as a shield. The impact sparked light around him. Aaron's arms trembled from the force, but he held firm. He shifted again, twisting the staff in a sudden spiral. This time the champion's guard opened for only a breath. Aaron took the chance and tapped the second point. Gasps echoed through the hall. Many spectators stood from their seats. The champion stepped back. He looked at Aaron with new respect. Then he bowed deeply. "You carry a brave spirit," he said in a calm voice. "I yield." The arena fell silent for one stunned second. Then the hall exploded with cheers that shook the crystal pillars. The energy walls lowered. Light washed across the floor as the ceremonial duel ended. Aaron lowered his staff and let out a long breath of relief. He had not expected to win. His hands still trembled. Yet he had given everything he had, and the champion had acknowledged it. Princess Leora descended from her balcony. She approached Aaron with a calm expression, but there was warmth in her eyes. Her voice was gentler now. "You have shown the strength of your spirit," she said. "Not through raw power, but through courage, creativity, and heart. These are the qualities my people value above all." Aaron bowed his head. "I did not fight to claim you," he said. "I fought to honor your trust." Her eyes softened. "And that is why the vow stands. You honored not only my vow, but my people." The court masters stepped forward. They recognized the result of the duel and declared that the vow of union was now valid. Aaron felt overwhelmed. His world, once ignored by the galaxy, would now be welcomed into the highest circles of diplomacy. It meant new opportunities for his people, protection, trade, respect, and all because of a rescue. He never expected to make that. The princess offered her hand. Aaron hesitated for only a moment before taking it. A rush of soft light enveloped them as the court honored the new bond. It was not forced. It was not a demand. It was a promise built on respect. The days that followed were filled with new experiences. Aaron traveled through the shining towers of the royal city. He met scholars who taught him about their culture. He walked across floating bridges built from crystal threads. Everywhere he went, people greeted him with friendly curiosity. Leora spent time guiding him through her world. She showed him gardens grown under artificial stars. She showed him vast archives filled with holographic records of ancient histories. Aaron noticed the gentle way she treated everyone, even those who served in small roles. She cared deeply for her people. The bond between them grew not from pressure, but from shared understanding. Liara appreciated his simple honesty. Aaron admired her kindness and wisdom. They talked often, walking through the palace gardens or watching the twin moons rise above the lakes. One evening, they stood on a balcony overlooking the glowing city. The air shimmered with soft waves of light drifting upward from the energy streams that powered the world. Liara looked at Aaron with thoughtful eyes. "You changed more than my fate," she said. "You reminded my people that courage can come from the most unexpected places." Aaron smiled slightly. "I was just trying to do the right thing," he said. "And that is what makes you strong," she replied. He felt a gentle warmth in her words. Their union was not about the duel anymore. It was about the connection that had formed naturally. He did not feel like a stranger in her world. He felt like someone who had been welcomed for who he was. The ceremony of union was planned for a later date. It would take place under the Star Dome at the center of the city. There would be no battle, no test, only peaceful celebration. Aaron prepared himself for this new life, still humble, still unsure sometimes, but always willing to learn. On the day of the ceremony, citizens from every corner of the world gathered. The Star Dome opened its petals to reveal a sky full of drifting lights that sparkled like lanterns. The air vibrated with soft music. Aaron walked the long crystal path toward the center of the dome. Princess Liara stood there waiting. Her silver hair glowed under the cosmic lights. When he reached her, she spoke softly so only he could hear. "From the moment you saved me, the path of fate changed. Now we walk it together." Aaron felt calm, not because he had won a duel, but because he had earned trust. The ceremony continued peacefully as light swirled around them. When it ended, the new bond between their worlds was sealed. The galaxy watched in admiration at the unity formed not by power, but by courage and understanding. Aaron and Liara stepped forward together, ready to build something better than what either had before. Aaron knew his life would live,